Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Smuggler Edition. Now, when we left off, we had just had a little bit of a flirtation with a Jedi on Tatooine, and we had found out a little bit more about Noct Drayan. Apparently, he was a con artist that was playing the criminal underworld for all that it was worth. But we have now returned with the sensor computer, and Risha is awaiting us, I suppose you could say. And so, we're gonna speak to her.
Wasn't sure I'd see you alive again, much less with that sensor computer. How did you get it?
Diego Hickson passed away unexpectedly. Left me a generous inheritance.
He's dead? Good. I mean, for your reputation. Sorry I didn't get a chance to chat with him before he died. My holo malfunctioned.
That blob of a gangster took a real interest in you.
I'm sure he reacts like that to all the beautiful girls. With that sensor computer installed, this freighter will be a first-rate scout vessel. I'll patch it into the ship's rectenna before takeoff. You should notice a difference right away.
I expect to be warned whenever there's trouble around.
The way things go for us, we'll have to reset the alarm every other parsec. Let's leave this sandball in our rear thrusters, Captain. Noct Drayan's fortune is out there waiting for us.
That is true. Yes, that is very, very true. Okay, so we are going to be taking some more common data crystals and another advanced... What is it? Another advanced... What was it again? Another advanced experience boost. That's what it is. Yes, great. Good job absolutely forgetting what that was. Okay, so Alderaan. Alderaan is where we will be going. But I would like to remod my gear. As I mentioned in the previous episode, I would very much like to remod that. So I am actually going to be traveling to the fleet. I am actually going to be using my emergency fleet pass, because I think that that would probably be a little bit quicker, wouldn't you say? Alright, so we are now done on the fleet. As you can see here, I have remodded my gear. It's all now level 30, and the power level of all of these mods is 78. So this, yeah, obviously the blaster is still a little bit better, 82. So the next time we upgrade, which will be in about 8 levels, I think, that is when we will upgrade our blaster. But I decided to start here because obviously we haven't yet traveled to Alderaan, but I think it would be a nice idea to speak to Bodar and Corso at least once.
That sounds like slavery. Or worse, marriage. No thanks. I got no hold on you.
Ah, I see. Is he saying that maybe some of his friends and family, maybe, are also enslaved? So maybe it would be an idea for us to save them at some point. Well, anyway, we have Corso here, and he has another conversation for us.
Nothing worse than coming to the realization that your parents were right. Can't stop thinking about Rona. My folks always said she'd come to no good in the big city. And there she is. A stooge for some spice smugglers.
Would you rather she'd been murdered with the rest of them?
Is that the choice? Death or hawking spice? I wanted something better for Rona. It's not like I didn't see it coming. Dr. Hope. I just didn't want to think that was really who Rona'd fallen in with. That's what I get for trying to see the best in folks.
If there's any good in this galaxy, you'll be the one to find it.
I don't plan to stop giving anyone the benefit of the doubt. If I trust the wrong guy, maybe I get hurt. But if I'm too scared to help someone who really needs it, who knows how many people will suffer?
That's true. That is true. Wow, his companion conversations give us a huge amount of experience in comparison to Bodar's, but I suppose we have gone a little bit longer with Corso, so yeah, that's probably the reason. So there's level 31 almost instantly. Very nice. And now it is time to go to the whining planet, because obviously there's a lot of nobles there that like to whine about many, many things, and we're probably going to be slapping around some of them to make them see some sense, or maybe in our case trying to extort them with, yeah, from their credits and from their various very valuable jewels, perhaps.
Alderaan certainly is the prettiest world on our itinerary. Don't let all that breathtaking scenery fool you, though. This is the most dangerous planet of the core worlds. The nobles here could teach the Sith a few things about backstabbing and assassination.
You should hide in my bunk, where it's safe.
Tempting, but I'll take my chances with the nobles. I'm reckless that way. Every so often, the noble families spill their bloodlines fighting for the throne. The current succession war is the bloodiest on record. Since the Empire arrived to put its own puppet in charge, there's no telling who will come out on top.
Local politics put me to sleep. What's our business here?
Your first delivery is a piece of glaze cake. All you have to do is escort that antique power droid to House Organa's castle. Since House Organa runs this spaceport and their castle is right around the corner, dropping off the droid should be a quick run.
The droid's my first delivery. What's the second?
One deal at a time, Captain. Let's focus on dumping that bucket of bolts. The droid belongs to a couple of young nobles, Len Taran and his sister Sidonia. Decent people, all things considered.
Got it. I'd better get moving.
Okay, yeah, apparently I got it. Okay, that's perfectly fine. So, do I have to take this gonk droid then? Apparently I have to take that, but yes, I'm kind of a bit worried about... I mean, why am I escorting it? Surely, I don't know. That's kind of a bit weird. I have a feeling that we're probably going to be attacked, aren't we? One thing is for sure, I really hope we do not have to run back here every single time we want to speak to this guy, because this is on the second level of Organa Castle, and you have to go up various flights of stairs and various levels, and oh yes, I hope that we don't have to do that multiple times. I have a bad feeling that we probably will, though. So here is Len Taran.
You made a deal with a woman named Risha for this droid. I'm here to collect.
Welcome home, you ugly little thing. I mean the droid, of course.
This is no time for your juvenile jokes. We should properly introduce ourselves. I am Lady Sidonia Taran, Herald of the Gold Aurora.
And I'm her brother, Lord Len Taran, Warden of the Eternal Flame. Please call me Len.
What should I call your beautiful sister?
Seti. She loves that.
Please don't listen to my brother. He has the unfortunate quality of being an idiot.
What did he say?
My friend thinks your sister is cute.
We may have finally found your perfect match, Sidonia.
My brother and I are all that remains of House Taran's noble bloodline.
One of Alderaan's more reprehensible pedigrees, House Bayless, slaughtered our family and seized all our holdings.
You still have this old clanker, for whatever it's worth?
This droid holds new hope for us, literally. Centuries ago, our ancestors hid something inside it for safekeeping.
Pirates absconded with the unfashionable machine generations ago. Tracking it down has consumed our family since before we were born.
What that droid contains will rebuild House Taran. But we need instructions to safely open the hidden compartment. It's rigged to explode, you see.
The instructions are at our family's estate, now occupied by House Bayless's forces. Without those instructions, we can't pay you.
Are you looking to hire me?
You're obviously talented at acquiring things.
The instructions we need are in a datapad of Taran family history at our estate's library. If you retrieve that datapad, we'll add a substantial bonus to your payment.
And there are some additional family heirlooms we'll pay you handsomely to recover while you're there.
What am I looking for, exactly?
They'll be the valuable-looking things surrounded by guards.
Len, it's time for your meeting with House Organa. Don't keep their counselors waiting this time.
You just want this handsome stranger to yourself. Next time, dear sister, you get to beg our hosts for their table scraps.
What are you waiting for? An invitation?
I'll try not to come back too soon, dear sister.
I couldn't face another dreary meeting with House Organa's counselors. Thank you for sparing me.
I've been looking forward to a private chat since I got here.
I'll try not to disappoint you. When I was a girl, I dreamed of adventuring among the stars. What's it like, living that life?
Come to my ship and see.
That would generate no end of gossip. This is already quite a breach of etiquette, you know. An off-world man calling on a lady in private. People will talk.
Face it, you can't resist me.
I'm often drawn to things I'm not supposed to have. Regardless, I've kept you from your business long enough. Please take care of yourself out there.
What? I thought we were gonna have kisses and things. Ah, that would have been nice. Oh well, anyway. We have... we have business. We have business to attend to. And I thought that was a little bit quick, but Quick Draw McGraw does move quite fast, as we all know. So, yeah. That was kind of sad. Oh, I'm jumping. Oh, there we go. Ah, phew. That gave me those butterfly feelings in your stomach when you fall. Oh, well, anyway. We are now going to be attempting to locate an ancient data pad, and also to recover some Tehran heirlooms. I'm going to heal myself along the way as well, of course. And I don't know where that is. Oh, it's very far away. Alright, so we have two different options to do here. We can either go and complete Len's request, which I suppose we will be doing. Which, yeah, usually I would just go like, okay, I'm just going to ignore that. I'm not going to do it. But the thing with that is that if I ignore it, then I'm not going to get the bonus experience. And the bonus experience could actually be extremely good at this point, because we are, of course, with the double experience event, and it is just insane. It is literally just insane how much money, I was about to say, no, how much experience you can get. And I think that that is very, very much worth it. So we're going to be doing that. I'm going to be taking out units along the way. And I just want to actually just show you the Tehran heirlooms on screen because, well, I haven't actually done this ever before in terms of the bonus mission in this area. So I'd like to head in and see. Ah, okay, so these are the heirlooms. So they're just vases and various other things like that. So that's actually pretty easy to get. So yeah, that's not too bad. And I'm gonna be running through here, of course. How do I attack him from behind? He's just spinning all over the place right now, which is kind of annoying. But there we go. Ah, yes. So anyway, I'm gonna try and recover more of these heirlooms. We have 2 already. And I think it should be pretty easy to find the other 2 as well. Aha, okay, so apparently the heirlooms that we require are also in the main story area, so I didn't really even need to go into that other place as far as I'm aware. I think that was just optional, but yeah, going in here, that's obviously, yeah, there's bound to be some heirlooms around here, of course, so I thought to myself, yeah, that area was way too small for them to have additional heirlooms, so we're just going to... Oh, apparently I got unstealth for some reason. Not entirely sure how that happened, but okay, that's perfectly fine. So, yeah, we could just eliminate this guy and then pick up the last remaining heirloom, and then I suppose I could just stealth past the rest of the enemies. Don't really need to fight them, I suppose. Okay, there we go, I did it. And how much experience? 19,000? Was that 19,000? Or did I see that incorrectly? Not entirely sure, but I can just stealth past the remaining enemies here. I might fight them on the way out, but I want to find out what's going on with this ancient data pad. And stealthing past is the quickest way to do that, so let's take out the Sentinel. Yeah, there we go. Oh yes, I love the critical hits that we're able to get. Absolutely insane. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so... where is the ancient data pad? Oh, it's on this table here. Of course it is. So we have to eliminate the Bayless Commander. Okay, well that's easy enough, isn't it? There we go. Yes. Oh, this is very, very easy, I have to say. because you could just bleed them, and then you can use your upper hand attack, and then it just gives you even more charges. Gives you 1 extra charge, obviously, which is just enough to deal some pretty consistent damage. And there you go. Okay, so we picked up the ancient datapad, and that was it. That was literally it? Really? Uh-huh. Okay, so I suppose I'm now going to go back to Organa Castle. Really? It was that easy? Okay, apparently it was. Oh, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Did you see that? I don't know whether you saw that, but anyway, the point is that I quick traveled to Castle Organa, and apparently that means that you're on the 2nd level already, so I didn't even have to go up all of those stairs and all of that terrible, taking a long time things. So yes, this is actually really good and very well designed. The only way it could have been better designed if the quick travel system was right outside the door, but obviously I don't really mind about that. And there's the Gonk droid, and we have both of them back here. So let's speak to Len, and maybe we can get closer to Sidonia. I don't think so somehow.
Rumors are filling the hollow frequencies of a daring robbery at our old estate. You've set a lot of tongues wagging.
House Bayless is missing a datapad from their new library.
I'll let my dear sister have the honors. Never could decipher that blasted thing.
It's a simple code, woven through the genealogical entries. You just have to assemble the letters correctly, Len.
You're obviously the brains of this family, Sidonia.
She's also very talented on the violflute. Oh, and a gardener, and a poet, and...
Len, do shut up. According to this, we must pry open the droid's ventral servomotor housing and disable its lateral conduits. The holochip is hidden within a false power storage unit behind a detonite charge, entering the disarm code. I've got it! After all these centuries, we finally have our proof. The information on this holochip proves House Turan is owed a considerable number of credits. When the other families hear of this, we will reclaim our status among the nobility.
All that from a little holochip.
It's shocking what they can fit on those things.
Then take this data and have it authenticated by the Royal Council. I'll see to our benefactor's payment.
I'm sure you will, dear sister.
I suppose you'll be leaving soon. You don't seem like a man who stays in one place for long.
I always have time for a gorgeous lady.
There's a charming crudeness to your romantic gestures I can't help admiring. One advantage to being an honored guest at House Organa is access to their finest food and drink. I can arrange a special meal for the two of us. We'll eat and talk about your adventures.
What happens when I run out of stories?
Why don't we start a conversation and see where things lead? Follow me to the parlor. We'll pour ourselves a drink while we wait for the food. Aren't you glad you decided to stay?
Why don't you leave all this behind, Sidonia?
That's more tempting than you know. But my place is here. I owe it to my family's legacy. I promised myself a long time ago I would live my life without any regrets. Thank you for letting me keep that promise.
Any other promises I can help you keep?
Thank you, but no. This datapad contains your payment for delivering the droid. It's the schematic for a powerful anti-radiation shield invented by House Turan. The shield will protect your starship from lethal cosmic rays. You should give the datapad to your business partner, Risha.
She's more than just my business partner, you know.
Was it absolutely necessary to tell me that? I also have your reward for recovering our family's heirlooms. I'm especially grateful for those. You risked your life for House Turan, and we'll never forget that. Farewell.
Ah, well, yes, was it necessary to tell her that? No, it wasn't, but I thought it was actually going to be something different. I thought the conversation was going to lead in a different place, like, we're more than just colleagues, we're friends, or something along those lines. But no, it was actually that. It was inferring that. Anyway, we now have to return to Risha, but we'll do that in the next episode. So I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.